minutes, and I just sit there like, Jesus Christ. He says both of them.
Should we do the podcast?
It's 2:50 in the morning.
Perfect time for a podcast.
It's 2:50 in the morning, and there's no one else here.
Perfect time for a podcast.
Alright,
I thought you had to go to sleep.
Perfect time for a podcast. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Seaback Wetback.
Are you recording the podcast now?
Am I?
I don't know. Are you? Yeah, we should do a podcast.
We should do podcasts.
How long do you guys want to go
do a
for?
podcast.
So let's go for
Dude, I could go for all night.
Well, I don't have all night. We should probably do like an hour.
3 hours.
I can't do 3 hours. I have fucking work in the morning.
Squid boy, do it. I'm gonna rip your fucking tentacles off, bitch.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. OBS is just not having. He's throwing a fit. Jesus Christ.
Are you okay?
No.
Fucking Christ.
Are you okay? I just started recording. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, good lord. Alright, podcast time, boys. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
I have Ebola.
Joel's genuinely broken at this point.
Holy shit.
Dude, I'm sick as fuck. I have a cold and a fever, and I don't know what's wrong with me.
Joel's broken. Logan has work in the morning. He's gonna want to go for like an hour, and I'm like stupidly tired. I want to go to bed.
Perfect podcast.
Good podcast.
So,
what
are we
doing?
gonna name this shit?
I don't know. What are we naming it?
Let's call it the Sea Bass.
There's 3
Sea
people and
bass.
We're here for an hour.
The
So
Sea Bass.
let's
No,
get
we're
some
gonna call it the
stupid
Sea
stuff going.
Boys.
Sea Boys
Sea
podcast.
Alright,
Do
okay,
we want
you
to spell
some-
that like SEA
you want
or SI boys? You know, like Spanish.
Psy Boys. Sea Boys.
No, guys,
Yes.
like, I'm not even joking. I am 1024th beaner. Okay, I'm allowed.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude,
You want
that's
something
so
stupid?
much, dude.
If you want something stupid, I'm gonna hit myself in the head with my hydro flask. You ready?
Oh
You
yeah,
want-
by the way.
Shh, 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 listen.
Bro, Joel has a hydro flask, dude. Y'all know that?
Dude, Joel has a hydro flask. That's
Joel
crazy.
has a hydro flask, dude. He goes.
No, if I was to ever do that, I will fucking dig my own grave and just
Bro,
jump
Joel,
in it.
do you have you have a friendship bracelet, dude? Do you have a shell necklace, dude?
I fucking hate you, you actual cunt.
Dude, do you wear shirts that are too long with booty shorts, dude? Is that something you do?
Oh no!
Bro,
No!
Joel, you do that every day, dude.
Oh my god, I will kill myself if I ever did that.
I'm gonna be honest, my like cheeks are hurting because I've been laughing so much for the past hour.
Which pair of cheeks?
Both,
Shut the
honestly.
fuck up.
I've been sitting for like a while, so yeah. Both there.
I mean, I've been laying on my fucking side and my side's numb, so I'm guessing either one of my ribs are broken or I'm just completely fucking tired.
Dude,
Did you say you had a guy named Wang in your basement?
Yes.
I just had a brilliant idea. Joel
What?
just reminded me. When I get older, I'm gonna buy 2 beds. One that I actually sleep in. I'm gonna buy a bed that I can build like a little table on that can have all my PC stuff on it. So I don't have to. I can go get out of bed and then just go get another bed, and just sit there the entire day.
Why don't you just fucking sit in a chair like a regular person?
Cause it's not comfortable, Logan.
Then put fucking pillows.
No, but you just get to sit here with your
Buy-
lumbar support.
buy a-
Lumbar support. Who needs lumbar support?
Dude, buy a comfortable chair. Buy the PewDiePie chair.
Buy a
Sponsored by G Fuel, by the way.
What is that? Serta. Buy a Serta. Or no, buy a what is the lounger? What is that? Lazy boy. Buy a lazy boy.
Lazy boy.
Lazy boy. Oh, on an ice cream sandwich. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I really hope the audio works out for this podcast because if it doesn't, it's gonna take a lot of explaining to do.
It's gonna be like the fucking one sentence game all over again.
You guys want to play the one sentence game? I really don't.
The one sentence game. The one sentence game.
One sentence game.
One sentence game.
One sentence game.
You guys want to play the one sentence game?
I want to note the fact that my only source of video is literally just my monitor with my P1 background on it, and it has little cherry blossom petals flying down on it. This wallpaper engine for the Wind voice. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh well.
I'm gonna get some ice cream. I'll be back.
Oh, okay.
Bitch, you.
What? You talking shit?
In the middle of the podcast.
No.
Hurry up.
I'm gonna dip my fucking cock in your ice cream so it can be fudge.
Bro, we should just all go get snacks, dude. Dude, my dad bought corn dogs for some reason. He just randomly wanted corn dogs. So there's a bunch of corn dogs in my fridge.
Dude, I'm gonna go grab a cold hot dog and eat it.
You know, I would do something else with it, but you do you, bro.
I'm so.
Yeah, if you didn't get that joke, I was gonna put it in the microwave.
Oh my god.
You know, because who wants a cold hot dog?
I mean,
Unless you're shoving it up your butt, which I mean, there you go.
Oh no, it's like that video of that dude's like, this is how a real man eats hot dogs. Just fucking puts it in, he just soaks it and he's like.
I love the one whenever he throws these.
Oh my god, he's like, this is how a real man spits it out.
Oh, fuck me.
I'm sorry, what, Logan?
I smashed my finger sitting down in my chair.
You did. I'm sorry.
I sat down in my chair and I smashed my finger into my desk.
Such a Logan thing to do. Oh my god.
Dude, this ice cream sandwich is fucked.
We need to make a new thing. Dude, I was just talking about ice cream sandwiches earlier today. Me and my dad were in the store getting hot dogs or corn dogs, and he was like, we were walking, and I was like, bro, you know what we haven't had in a long time? We haven't had ice cream sandwiches forever. He just looked at me like I'm an idiot. So I mean, that's about how far that went. Continue.
Yeah, my dad doesn't look at me like an idiot. Usually it's the other way around.
When you think about it, we've all kicked.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Because when a pregnant woman goes like, "Oh, the baby's kicking," that baby is kicking the shit out of that girl.
So this is the.
So what you're saying is we've all Chris Brown someone before.
Yeah, we've all Chris Brown someone. We've all Chris Brown.
Dude, that is a straight up scuff.
Dude, it's so fucked, but I'm still gonna eat it because I'm hungry.
Wait, is it actually that bad?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Dude, there's like no top.
That poor ice cream sandwich, dude. Yo, can I have a bite?
So, for real,
No.
what's y'all's opinions on the new Call of Duty?
I mean, in my opinion, it's really looks to me it looks really good and it's really appealing. But I feel like there should be that there's something they could probably fix on.
Yeah.
It's not even out yet.
No, the beta.
Oh. Oh yeah, it's a beta.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. But I mean, there are some fixes and stuff like that.
Pretty much
Like,
everybody's in agreement that the game definitely needs some work. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like people found a way how to get under the map if they're playing like 32v32.
yeah, I spawned under the map one time.
Like people would like do the glitches of like calling in a tank or calling in a fucking supply drop, have it drop
Yeah.
down on them, and they just go under the map. And also skill-based matchmaking, almost bad.
Yeah, skill-based matchmaking is stupid.
Are they gonna have a ranked mode?
They usually have league play.
I'm gonna play the fuck out of league play.
I'm not. I
Bitch,
tried
no, you're
league
not.
play in World War II and I wanted to kill myself.
Oh yeah, league play in World War II was awful.
Or I
Nobody
really
sweated.
really didn't play.
All you hear is nothing but bars.
Bars?
Like rap bars?
No.
Oh no, the bar. Yeah, because the bar was overpowered in World War II.
Yeah, but then they nerfed it. I think they nerfed it twice or 3 times, but it was still good.
I know that it basically got nerfed into the ground.
Yeah,
Like,
but
everybody was
still
using a
used it.
Sternberger there.
Yeah,
It
people
was an
still use.
overpowered supply dollar.
I mean, like, I still use the gun when
That was
like
Master Prestige.
when they like nerfed the hell out of it.
This all sounds foreign to me because I didn't really play World War II.
Yeah.
Well, you're a
Actually, no, I might play League play if like we're all on or something. Other than that,
yeah, me
I'm at a
too.
pub stop.
But like overall, like my output on the new Call of Duty, like there are some bugs and stuff like that could be fixed before the game comes out or in like future updates of the game. But besides all of that, like I'm so gonna get the game because there's like it's been such a needed thing for like the Call of Duty community and especially the franchise to have like a good looking Call of Duty that looks and like works really well that isn't really diverse. I mean that's more diverse than everything all the other Call of Duties. Like Black Ops 4 was just a revamp of BO3.
Yeah, no. If you look at Black Ops 3, it legit has like the same textures. They didn't change anything. Which I mean, Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 basically share the same textures, but I mean that was it for 60 days. There's no excuse now.
Yeah, but I mean at the same time like those days back then were like people didn't really look at standards as much as towards Call of Duty as they do now.
Yeah, I mean Battlefield and stuff now by this point.
On the other hand, with Battlefield, oh yeah, that game, yeah.
Trash now.
Do you ever think there's like, let me clear my throat real quick. Do you ever think they'll get to like a point where there's no possible way to make the game better and it just slowly declines?
No, because I mean you can change things every year. I mean there's always something you can like make a little bit better. Because people's standards change. You know that's the reason why we had the futuristic mode. People weren't getting excited over the regular Call of Duty anymore, and then they introduced futuristic mode. People like that for a couple of years. Don't want any more of it, so we're going back to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. People eventually get tired of that and want to go back. There's always going to be some sort of change.
Yeah, this is mostly what like a lot of people have had with Call of Duty for like the past couple of years. Ever since Sledgehammer came out with Advanced Warfare with the futuristic shit, stuff like that with boost jumping and stuff like that. Then everyone was like, okay, like this is different. Like it's something that people will have to get used to. But I mean, it looks good and it looks fun, even though like the game was like shit in the way and how the mechanics and how extremely fast fucking paced it was. People still played it and enjoyed it. The same with BO3. But the thing about BO3 is that it was a really good game overall.
Black Ops 3 was really good for what it was. I mean, the supply drop system wasn't too absolutely broken, especially near the end there whenever they started doing weekly challenges and everything. But yeah, I don't know. The problem is people are already reporting that the game is going to be it's going to have a broken supply drop system. That worries me.
I mean, at the same time, I kind of agree on that the game might have like a really screwed up supply drop system, but that's why they have the ability to like update things, change things, and fix things over time.
Yeah, I mean, this game definitely looks like it's going to have DLC and everything. It's free, so
that's what
there's
I'm
going
just
to be a possibility for events, where they add stuff, like kind of like Black Ops 4 does it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking forward to. Is what are they gonna do with DLC? Like, what's their plan gonna be on?
Well, the thing that worries me is, have you played the Black Ops 4 DLCs?
I have before with a friend.
Well, they have a new map out now. It's called Lair. It's basically like this superhero base on Mars, supervillain base on Mars, and that map is terrible. it's basically one large circle, and there are like it's 3 levels, I think, and it's one large circle on the first level, and there's something on the second level, and then there's a little thing on the top that you can camp in. And basically, half the time you're just getting shot in the back because you don't know where anybody's at. It's a terrible map. So I just want to note real quick, I just beat Run 2.
Nice.
Just beat-
I just beat Run 2.
That's astounding. During this recording, I'm just gonna draw in Photoshop because I have nothing better to do. It's like really, like you guys just in here talking about COD. I was like, there's no fucking possible way I'm gonna be able to contribute to this because I haven't played COD in like 3 years, 4 years. So.
What was y'all's COD start like? What did y'all start with?
Here, I'll let Joel go first.
Honestly, like when I was growing up, I pretty much I basically grew up around video games and stuff like that. And coming up, I didn't really see like Call of Duty and shooters like that, like really appealing to me, and started seeing like a lot of like family play it, like cousins and stuff like that. And that's when when World at War came out is when I'm like, oh okay, like this is something appealing. And that's when like I just picked it up.
Yeah.
And throughout then, that's when I just kept playing.
Oh, it's my turn.
Well, you can comment on it, but that was basically kind of the exact, or no, that was kind of the exact opposite of mine. But
all right.
I've met a lot of people that kind of did that the same way. It's like I think I got Leo to do it that the same way. Like I played COD, from as early as when I met Leo, and I was telling Leo about COD for years, and he finally got that whenever he got his PS4. But, yeah, go ahead, Logan.
Alright, well, I think mine's, different. How the fuck do I unlock this? Hold on. I started, we didn't really have, like, internet and shit, so we started off with, like, the regular PlayStation 2, and I beat, like, I think the first COD I actually played was COD 3 for the PlayStation, and then I stopped there, like, I didn't play anymore until we actually got, like, an Xbox and internet. And this is a long fucking story, by the way. I moved schools. Like, I was going to James Bowie Elementary. I probably shouldn't say that. I was going to a different school, and then I moved over to Highlands.
Oh, you were a Highlands kid?
I was a Highlands kid for 2 years. I gotta say, dude, that shit is so... They're so fucking spoiled over there, it's not even funny.
Nah, Barbers Hill's the spoiled people. Highlands is all the retards.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. What the fuck was I gonna say? Yeah, I moved schools. And I got adjusted with like all the kids and stuff, all the cool kids. They're chilling over there. But the first friends I actually made were these 2 kids. It was Matthew and Trent.
Wait,
and
what was Matthew's last name? Do you remember?
I have no idea. I'm gonna be 100 with you. Do not remember. Yeah, it's probably not. And the first Call of Duty I actually played was Black Ops 1. So that game.
Well, no, it was bad for me because I was really bad at that one specifically. When I wasn't using the AK-74U with rapid fire and grip, I basically sucked at that game. I was better at like World at War and Modern Warfare 2. But...
Fair enough. So what had happened was we didn't have internet, like I said. This is like a foreign thing to us, and my dad bought Call of Duty Black Ops so he could play the campaign. And we beat the campaign, and I was like, hey Dad, they have this thing called Xbox Live. It lets you play with your friends. Like a couple weeks later, I got Xbox Live, and we played that game. I think this was a couple months before Black Ops 2 came out. we played that game religiously, like to no end. Did we stop playing that game, and then we switched over to Black Ops 2, which is like what I spent most of my life playing. Like new Call of Duties would come out, but we would always go play Black Ops 2, and it was always like the go-to game because there's so much good stuff with Black Ops 2.
Yeah, you're
Like,
not wrong.
like in my opinion, the game is as perfect as a Call of Duty game's gonna get. I think I played it until Modern Warfare 3 came out, and then I played Modern Warfare 3, and then I switched back. Was it before?
It was 2011.
I could have swore Modern Warfare 3 came out after Black Ops 2.
It feels like it, but nah. Modern Warfare 3 came out the same year Battlefield 3 came out.
No, we must have got it after then. And we switched and we played that one for a little bit, and then we switched back to Black Ops 2. And I'm pretty sure I spent 6 years going once. We play that game for like 6 years, and then
Well, I know you had Ghosts because that's what you were streaming whenever I met you.
yeah, and then like Trent, and then I moved back over here, and I started going to Cedar Bayou, and then I just lost contact with Trent and Matthew. Yeah, that's about it. We just stopped talking to each other. We switched to Ghost. I met Joel. It was fucking awesome.
The way that me and Logan met on Ghost, so I was playing with this group of people that I know that I still like. There's only like a few that I still talk to. I still talk with Chasen. I still talk with Nuke, and a bunch of a lot of my other friends that I used to play like Black Ops 2 and Ghost with religiously. And there was this time where me and a bunch of my friends, we were playing Search and Rescue on Ghost. And that day, I don't know what was wrong with me. I was mad, I was sad, I was fucking incredibly like angry at the game. And every time I would go down and I would be like, res me, fucking res me.
Oh yeah, because we were playing Search and Rescue.
Yeah, and I would be screaming in the mic at the top of my fucking lungs of just non-stop of just anger and hatred at the damn game. And there was it was the one map. I forgot what the map was called. But everything's like broken down and stuff like that. You're like in the middle
Stonehaven?
of the city.
No,
not
Is it
Stonehaven.
Freefall?
I think.
There's that map set
Where
in,
the
like,
skyscraper
genre.
falls.
It was a DLC
Is that the
map
one?
you got for
Thing.
pre-ordering, I think.
No, not free for all. Not free for
Not
all.
Free Fall.
I forgot the map was. I forgot what it was called.
Are you
but-
talking about the one that had like that thing in the middle that was like really long, and then the helicopter was crashed into the gas
No,
station?
the one that had the parking lot. The one that had the park that had like the big fucking parking lots and shit.
I don't remember. It's
don't
been
remember
so
Ghost
long.
Maps that well.
Yeah, but we were just playing, and then I died, and Logan was on the other team.
Oh my
And
god, I remember this because we were talking so much shit to each other.
Yeah. And then I die, and then I hear someone on the other team like start laughing. I'm like, what the? I just went off for some reason because I was so pissed. Like, well, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, huh? What the fuck are you laughing for, bitch? And then someone was like, whoa, what the fuck are you? Calm the fuck down. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna calm the fuck down. And then my friend Chasen, he was dead with me, and he was just laughing his ass off, and I was like, res me, like as loud as I can fucking be, of just yelling and screaming, res me, the whole time, and pick up my tag. Like, I don't know what it was. And then out of just nowhere, I faintly hear Logan just laughing his fucking ass off over there.
Dude, I was fucking dying. I could not fathom the fact that I made you so fucking mad. I was talking like back when like I played Call of Duty religiously, I was an avid trash talker. Like there was not a moment in time where I wasn't playing Call of Duty and shit talking somebody. It was so. I fucking miss doing that. By the way, like I hope the
You
new
need to
Call of
crank that
Duty.
back up to 11.
I hope the new Call of Duty that comes out like has forced game chat, cause that shit was fucking gold. Like, what was it? I don't think I would. I'm pretty sure I was just doing knives only, right? Cause
I
like
think we're-
I think that's why I was fucking dying. Cause like I stabbed you twice and you're like, you're such a fucking cunt.
yeah, I was. I was like, you're such a fucking cunt.
I was
Dumb piece
dying.
of shit. Why are you fucking knifing?
I remember you guys backed out. I remember you guys, your whole party backed out. I was like, what a bunch of fucking faggots, right? And then like 2 minutes later, we 2 minutes later we get into the same game on the same team, and I think that's
Welcome
what
to Ghost, just completely unpopulated.
I think. Oh fuck, dude, it hurts to know that it's unpopulated now, but like we were on the same team, and then me and Nuclear were like really going at it. We were like if I get more kills than you, you're fucking gay, and
Oh my
we went on,
God.
and then I started playing with y'all more and more, and then we just became friends, I guess.
Yeah.
That's how all good like COD friendships start, just like screaming at each other in a public match.
She was
That's
funny.
honestly how like it all fucking started. And then we'll be playing for like sometimes like I'll just be on and like just basically just doing casual shit, just be playing Black Ops 2 or just doing something else. And if Logan was on, be like, yo, you wanna play him? He'll be down. I remember this one time we went to go fucking play fucking Nuketown Zombies. Shit like that. I was like, bro, are you recording? He was like, yeah.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah. Cause I was
"Alright."
always like back then. I was always like, all right, I'm gonna record. All right, I'm gonna record. This is when. Oh my god, I wish I had the work motivation that I did back when I first started. Cause like I had a shitty laptop and like I would stay up for like hours on end editing videos. I would sit there and I'd be like, I gotta get this video. I gotta get this fucking video out. Which is really sad. I should have just unlisted my videos instead of deleting them, which kind of sucks. But I think I ended
Yeah,
up
I
deleting.
did the same thing. I used to do commentaries because I watched Jev all the time. And I did like a bunch of commentaries on like, Hardline and stuff, just about random stuff during my day. And I deleted all those. Except for one where I got my blue snowball. That's the only one that's left.
Oh fuck! I fucked up my umbrella. I would always. Fuck! I fucked it up again. I'd always be. I would always be like, all right, I'm gonna record. All right. I was like, you guys are there, super funny. I'm recording. Like I remember, like the shit talking. Oh my god! Like the shit talking was like. It was a lot of shit talking, but like the second I hit record, I went full blast. Like there's no fucking stopping me. Like if I can make you mad, I was gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
That shit was so funny.
I remember when I was playing GTA, and I think that's when you were playing GTA too. And we were like playing together, and oh my god, I forgot who it was. I can't, I remember we would just be sitting at the top of the fucking roof, and I just had some goddamn like proximity mines just sitting outside of fucking Luciano's Customs and shit like that, and I would just
Oh my
come.
god,
Like,
y'all are cancer.
Oh no. When Logan wasn't playing with me, oh I was so fucking I was so toxic. Like I was
I'm
so
talking about
toxic.
GTA 5.
Yeah.
I wonder if we were ever in a lobby together. Like, I wonder if, like, because I used to play with Nick, I think, so I wonder if, like, me and, Nick and...
Just had to fucking run into each other.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't remember.
Oh fuck. Sorry.
I remember
continue.
when I was playing one time and someone got extremely fucking pissed and screamed to the top of their lungs because their car got blown up because I fucking had a I put down sticky bombs instead of proximity mines sometimes, and I'll just be waiting in my car in the parking lot, just perfectly parked, just looking like I'll be going like rotating from both directions to see who's gonna come out of which one, and then I'll see someone come and I'll just blow it up. And I forgot who it was, but they were in the Zentorno, and they came up as fast as they could and whipped around the corner just to get into the into Los Angeles Customs, and I blew up their fucking car, and they got so pissed off, and they just started screaming.
We're so
Like-
toxic. Oh, dude, I would have hated y'all.
Oh, you would have fucking despised me. I swear to God. That
Oh,
was my
like-
fucking goal. That was my. That was like, if I had a goal of any sort, that was my main goal when I was back when I was playing. That's not white. Back when I was playing what? Back when I was playing like Call of Duty Black Ops and shit.
Well, I
was
mean,
like-
now with all the gadgets and stuff in GTA 5, if you ever get any of those, I mean, Jesus Christ, that's a toxic machine.
Yeah. Oh my god. A lot of people like I would like back then I would be telling a lot of people like people would be like, bro, shut the fuck up and stop screaming. I'd be like, dude, you need to realize I'm doing this shit just for
Why don't you
comedy.
fucking make me? Why don't you fucking make me?
I remember I think I said this to someone. Someone was like, bro, shut the hell up. You're fucking annoying. I'm like, maybe you're annoying.
Maybe you have a small dick.
Dude, honestly, like, did y'all ever watch Minnesota Burns back in the day?
Oh my fucking
Oh,
god.
yeah,
Minnesota Burns is so funny, dude. The first time I
would
watched,
lose it, dude.
dude, I think Trent's the first person to show me Minnesota Burns. He was like, dude, you know who Minnesota Burns is? I was like, nah. He's like, you should check him out. And when I checked him out, I fucking died. Dude, he was so funny.
Y'all remember meatspin.com?
Oh my fucking god.
Dude, I hate the fact that you just can't do that anymore. Like, you can't find the 5-year-olds on Call of Duty anymore.
They're all playing Fortnite.
Yeah. They're all playing Fortnite or on Minecraft, you know?
I gotta crank those 90s.
I gotta crank those 90s and get those dubs.
Yeah. Oh,
Anyway, Logan, back to your story.
Where was I?
Somewhere with ghosts or GTA. We were at GTA.
We're at GTA.
Odd.
Fucking. I think that's it, actually. I think that's
That
the
was
end of the
honestly a
story.
really wholesome story, though. Like, I'm sure mine's not gonna be as good now.
like how you make your friends be like, oh,
There's a bunch
yeah,
of dumb cunts at my school, and I was like, hey, and then we just fucking did it.
dumb cunt.
Well, because I mean, like, right, so I'd like to say 2008. That's probably, I'd like to say 5, but I think I was 6 by this point. My dad, he went out and bought a Xbox 360. We actually were just talking about this earlier today. I brought this up, but he went out and he bought an Xbox 360, you know, and I see him setting it up, and he's like, "Oh, Dad, what you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I got some video games, you know." So, you know, he gets it all hooked up and everything. It's like, okay, that's cool, whatever. So I come in a couple days later, probably. I don't remember the exact story, but anyway, he comes in and he's like, he has Halo 3 booted up, I guess, and because apparently the first thing I played was Halo 3 with him. He told me at night. I thought it was World at War, but he said we played through like the entirety of the Halo campaign at some point. But we also played. My earliest memory that I actually remember is playing Call of Duty World at War. We played zombies. This was like right before Verut came out, I think. We played Nocturne and Toten. I remember sitting there just kind of like shooting the gun, you know, and you know how you had the little bullet casing fly out of the gun?
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, Dad, what are those?" He's like, "Well, those are bullet casings." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Because I thought they were like, I don't know, I thought they were like peas or something coming out of the gun. It was really foreign to me.
Can I
but,
eat it?
Yeah, I know. But it was cool though, you know, that was my start, you know. I was one of those kids that went out and I got the Car 98K every round until I figured out, hey, the carbine's a little bit better. You know? But anyway, a few weeks later, you know, the DLC comes out and my dad shows me the trailer for Verut. I'm like, dude, this is sick. That looks really cool. So we get Verut and it's like, of course, like we're you know how in Verut you'd spawn in 2 different rooms?
Yeah.
Me and my dad spawn on opposite sides. And I was like, no, oh no, this isn't what I wanted. So I'm sitting there like down for half the game until my dad finally goes and turns on the power. And then he finally gets me up, and of course I probably go down another 20 times. And then a couple months later, Shino Numa comes out, and he's like, "Yeah, you probably won't like this map because of the, you know, the Hellhounds."
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, you probably won't like this map. And then we get it and we start playing. You know how you used to hide in that little corner area,
Yeah.
downstairs? We went and we all hid in there. And it's like, dude, this map is sick. What are you talking about? And then, you know, funnily enough, the DLC 4 comes out, and you know, it's Der Reese. And like, I was the first one that's playing that map instead of my dad. Like, he comes in and he's like, "What you playing?" It's like, "Oh, it's a new zombies map. It's Der Reese." I think I was just probably sitting in the little nook or this little stair room on the spawn, and you know, that was cool. But anyway, I think Modern Warfare 2 was an odd one because that week or earlier, I think it was like a couple weeks earlier, maybe before the game came out. You know, we knew that the game was coming out, and it's like, yeah, this is cool, you know. But my TV had broke.
Oh, yikes.
Well, I say my TV broke. I say I broke my TV.
Yeah.
Because when I had BB guns as a kid.
Oh, it's one of those.
Well, my dad, at some point, I got a dartboard.
What?
So I had the
Which one was it? Was it the dart or the BB gun that broke it?
I had the bright idea to put the dartboard on my wall and try and shoot BBs at it.
Oh no.
Now, I don't know if you know anything about BBs, but they ricochet.
Yeah, they do.
So, I decided to shoot a BB at the dartboard. It ricocheted and landed in my TV. I still remember trying to play Ghostbusters, a video game, on the broken TV. The TV basically, it put the BB popped a hole in the TV, and I'd like to say at least like 6/8 of the TV was just, you know, the typical broke screen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oof.
Anyway, Modern Warfare 2 comes out, and I go to school, and I come back home, and I'm like, bro, man, Modern Warfare 2 has come out. I'm not going to play it. And I go up to my room, and there's a monitor sitting there, and Modern Warfare 2 is sitting right next to it.
Oh, that's sick.
Like, my dad went out, and he got a monitor.
What a
he
legend.
got Modern Warfare 2, and we played that, you know, all day pretty much. That was like that's probably like one of the best things about my dad, man.
What a fucking legend.
I think, oh man, we had that monitor. I think its final fate was because when I first got my multi-monitor setup, that was one of the monitors I used. I think that's the monitor that I'm talking. But that eventual fate, we were trying to screw it onto a new stand that I got, and one of the screws I think screwed up the board and it broke.
Oh.
So, but
That
man,
sucks.
that was a trooper of a monitor though, man. That was a. I vividly remember, you know, me and my dad just camping. You know the cliff on Afghan where you looked up and you could see like the farm down there
Yeah.
to the left. We used to sit up there and camp there with javelins and just rain down missiles on everyone sitting down there. My dad references that so much, it's funny. He's like, bro, man, remember on Afghan when we used to just rain javelin missiles down on people? Man, I wish they'd bring that back. Funnily enough, the javelin's in the new game, so.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think it's the last launcher you unlock, but I don't know if it's a free fire or not, so we'll have to figure that one out. But yeah, that's gonna be a cool thing though. Hopefully Afghan gets remastered. They've got to do that again. But yeah, same thing with Black Ops 1. You know, I come home and it's sitting there, and Black Ops 1 was kind of meh. You know, my feelings about that one.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2 was also meh. It was before Modern Warfare 3. I didn't like the new CODs too much. Like, whenever Modern Warfare 2 came out, I wanted to play World at War more. Whenever Black Ops 1 came out, I warmed up to MW2 a bit more and still wanted to play World at War. But basically everything changed whenever Modern Warfare 3 came out. Because that was around the time when I started becoming a little bit better. And because back whenever we used to play Call of Duty, we'd play with like a group. So my dad used to take his Xbox to work.
Oh.
And he'd play with like a group of people that work there, because they'd work nights, and you know they would just have to like you know, they'd run off and go do some stuff around the plant, and then come back and hop on Call of Duty. That was until they had to like stop doing that.
That sucks.
I don't remember what happened, but I asked him about it, and he apparently they didn't get caught doing it, but I don't remember. But yeah, we used to play in a group. It was like a full 6-man squad, and of course I was the worst. But we'd run around and just pub stomp, man. I mean, that was the good old days. I want to get that back seriously, but yeah. So we'd just kind of like pub stomp in MW3, and then he'd like to say that we met at some point in Black Ops 1, but I'm certain we met in Black Ops 2. I met Nick around Black Ops 2 time. Because in 5th grade, there was a kid who, I think he went to Highlands Junior. But
Oh, I'm on the wrong layer.
anyway, there was a kid, and he played Black Ops 2, so I'm like, all right, screw it, let's play some Black Ops 2. So I get on, and we're playing, and he's like, bro, I have this friend who wants to join, and it's Nick. I'm like, okay. Little I know, I'd be his friend for years. And we know how that turned out. Yeah, that's pretty much where the story ends. Basically, just kind of random stuff from there.
I remember back in the day. Oh my god, I still remember this. I used to be scared shitless to play zombies.
Yeah,
Man.
but why though?
I wasn't
Scared out of
really,
my life.
Yeah, I wasn't really scared to play zombies. The one game that did screw me up, you could imagine a 6-year-old playing Left 4 Dead.
Oh my god.
Oh my god,
Dude, okay.
Dude, I saw.
So when I was
Ooh.
little, I fucking loved zombies. Like anything zombies,
Yeah,
I fucked with.
I love them.
Dude, I think that's actually the second game I ever played was
I
Left
think it
4
was the
Dead.
third for me.
Cuz we got Halo and I saw Left 4 Dead and I was like, we got to play this. No,
Because it had the hand on the cover and it's like Left 4 Dead. It's like, bruh,
Is this?
that looks sick.
Oh, I drew the towel there. Okay, fair enough. I was like, oh my god, this is the sickest thing ever. We have to play this. And I remember I think this was like a year and a half before Left 4 Dead 2 came out. Because when I saw Left 4 Dead 2, I was like, we gotta get that.
2009.
Yeah. I beat the game, and then eventually my parents were like, you have to beat it on expert. And I beat it on expert.
You beat it on expert?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've done it before. That's why I have so much fun doing it again. It's because the nostalgia of like going back and like trying to beat it again. It's so funny because like I'm so much better than I used to be, but I'm still not. Yeah.
Yeah, I never beat the game on expert. I was always like, I was always an easy kid. I was like, oh, if I go above, easy, I'm screwed. I was, but
yeah.
A little less now. I'm a little bit smarter now. But just a little bit.
I remember I was like, can we get Left 4 Dead 2? They're like, you have to beat it on expert first. So I went through and I beat it on expert. And then for my birthday, I got like a Left 4 Dead cake. Like they made a Left 4 Dead cake for me.
Oh,
and I got Left 4 Dead 2. And it was it was so sick. I think this is also before we got internet. Because I remember going into my mom's room. Because we didn't have TVs in our room. We were technically poor at this point. And she was like, I'll let you play in here, but you gotta keep it down because I'm trying to do something out in the living room. I don't remember exactly what it was because it was a long ass time ago, but fucking zombies, dude. Like that's all I ever did. Like when we got Black Ops, that's the only thing I played for so long.
Yeah, no, I played Ascension like crazy, man.
Like I remember like coming home from school and being like, we'll go play zombies, and they're like, okay, you have fun. And then all my friends would come over and we'd play zombies. Dude, oh my god. I miss that. So cool.
Yeah, I have, I mean, you can imagine like a 6-year-old playing Left 4 Dead, It's like, man, you play Left 4 Dead and it's like, I remember being like frightened, on No Mercy when you're in the tunnels or the subway tunnels. And it's like you see, you walk through and it's before you get to like the little turret defense section. Yeah. It's whenever you're walking into that train car and there's the red light there, it's just flashing everywhere.
Yeah.
I vividly remember a moment where like the tank comes out and he's sitting there just smashing the ground and all the zombies are rushing. That was like a very frightening, experience for me. And I remember having nightmares about that night. And I went out to my dad and I was like, Dad, God, the tank is frightening me. Like, it'll be okay. Go back to
Help me,
bed."
he's gonna stab me in the bum.
Yeah. But that was one of those moments. But Left 4 Dead 2 came out and I'm like, Dad, dude, I want Left 4 Dead 2. I remember playing through the demo so many times. Because I was like, dude, this game is sick. And finally at some point I was able to I still remember, I think it was in the Pasadena Target. I know I bought it at Target, but it wasn't this Target. But I remember going in, I saw Left 4 Dead 2, and I was like, dude, I want this, man. I want that game. And I played that game for a long time. I still play it occasionally, actually, because it's a timeless game on it.
It's so good. Like, I don't think it'll ever get bad.
Mm-mm. I mean, I'd hope for a third one, but at this point, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But
Don't.
honestly,
God,
I mean,
if they were
people
to
still make stuff for Left 4 Dead 2, so
I swear, like, if they were to make a Left 4 Dead 3, oh my god.
yeah,
I,
I
I,
would.
I honestly think that would be hell. Like, that would be fucking hell.
Yeah, I would immediately I don't know. I'd probably throw my chair out my window in excitement, dude.
Honestly, same here.
'Cause
Like,
I've been waiting. You gotta realize I've been waiting for Left 4 Dead since 2000. It's been 10 years.
That's insane.
Wait, hold on. Actually,
Where would Brown? There it is. So, Joel, you got any interesting stories about when you were young and how you met people?
well, Left 4 Dead
About
came out
what?
November 17th, so it'll be 2 years or it'll be 10 years in like 2 months. That's
alright.
insane.
So, what'd you say again?
So, do you have any interesting stories you'd like to share?
Any youngin stories?
Yeah, like young stories, like stories about like fucking stabbing people in the kneecaps because they stole your school lunch.
No, I got a funny story.
Okay, actually, here's a funny story. Of what I was. So, in elementary school, I didn't really like coming up in elementary. I didn't really have a lot of friends and shit like that. I was mainly bullied and shit like that, but
Same.
I didn't really care about it because I was like, all right, I mean, I don't really care. Like, you say what you want, I don't really care about it. But there was this one day, I think I was in third, fourth grade. But there was this kid named Malik, and me and him we're like really good friends now. Like we've still talking and everything like that. But I remember back then he said something about my mom, and I can't recall what it was, but he said something about my mom, and it just snapped. It made me fucking snap so hard that without I checked. I remember this. I made sure and checked to see if the teacher wasn't looking, and this was my third grade, probably my third grade teacher, Mrs. Borrow, and I made sure to check to see if she wasn't looking, and I got up out of my seat as fast as I could, ran over across the room to his table, and I choked the fuck out of him, out of just out of pure fucking rage, and then she I see the teacher and she gets up and I'm like, oh fuck. So I let him go and I go back to my seat and nothing and like he was like he like called me out and shit like that and told on me and I got in trouble for it and I got suspended for like maybe like 2 or 3 days. And I had to explain to my mom and she was like, why did you choke him out? And then I remember telling her that he said something about you, so I got mad.
As you do as a kid.
Huh?
As you do as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, but me and him, like, now we're cool. Like, we still talk and we're still friends. But we hang out, like, time to time. But, oh,
Yeah.
man. So long ago.
I mean, that was kind of the same way. Like first and second, or kindergarten, first, second. It wasn't that bad. You get the occasional kid that's like, I'm special, going at me, and then and then third grade hit, and like everybody just became like the worst people in the world. And it didn't help that in I think it was 4th grade. Leo, okay, actually had to go to a different school.
Oh,
So
that's
I basically had nobody, you know, at least for the first couple weeks that I met some people. But yeah, no, it wasn't a very pleasant time. But 5th grade, everybody was like, you know, like, hey, this kid's smart. Let's all be friends with this kid. So basically, I knew basically everybody in the class, and met some unlikely friends. Obviously, the person who introduced me to Nick initially, never thought I'd be his friend at any point in my life. But yeah, and you know, that's I had a different story. Oh yeah, about Leo. So my mistake. I decided to introduce Leo to Annoying Orange at some point in 3rd grade, and you know how Leo is.
Yeah.
So basically, one day we're sitting there in the gym waiting to be released to class, and it was a day where we had to bring a rock. I don't remember exactly why, but we had to bring a rock to school. And he starts doing that annoying orange thing where it's like nang 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 nang, and he won't stop. So eventually, I end up just like smacking him in the head with a rock. I basically rust him,
God.
and
You just try to murder someone when you were a kid.
well, it wasn't like very hard. It was just kind of like a dink, you know, like just little tap, you know. And basically, he sits there, he's crying and everything. It's like, oh man, it was like one of those instant, like, man, that was a stupid thing.
Yeah.
But you know,
You
get over it.
funny story about instant regret.
Yeah.
We got when we were little, me and Jareth. Jareth was like the biggest wuss ever. Like he's like the way he acts now. Oh fuck! Why did I do that? The way we act now, like we didn't act like this back then. Like I was one of the cool kids. Like I fucked I fucked. No,
Just slaying
I
everyone.
got
in
just getting
elementary.
mad puss.
What a flex.
Dude, I was getting that gamer. No, like I would like ignore anything anybody ever said to me. I was basically like one of the bad kids.
You were
But,
that one
we went
kid in
to-
class that didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, we went to our grandparents, and we got slingshots, and we were learning how to shoot the slingshots. And my uncle, or not my uncle, my grandpa was like, if you can hit this bottle off of this log from so and so distance, I'll give you $5. Which like 7-year-old me is like, $5 is a lot of money. So me and Jareth were like doing a competition to see who could shoot it. And Jareth ended up winning because he got like the luckiest shot in his life. Like it ricocheted off the log and like hit it. I was like, that's bullshit. So like later he's playing with they had like these little ponds out there. They had like minnows and stuff in there. And they were catching minnows in the pond. And I remember I was at least like 20 meters, maybe 30 meters away from him. I was like, I bet I could hit that fucking bottle out of his hand. So little dumbass me was like, I'm gonna fucking slingshot the little bottle out of his hand. So like I full force pull the slingshot back and I shoot it, and he's holding the bottle like at least like maybe a foot or less away from his head. And instead of hitting the bottle, I hit his head like really hard on the side. And I was like, oh no, that was the dumbest thing I could have possibly fucking done. I was like, why did I do this? He starts fucking crying, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my god, what have I done? And I went over there's like, oh my god, are you okay? I was trying to shoot the tree behind you, like trying to make up an excuse so I wouldn't get in trouble.
It's like that rust thing whenever your friend shoots you in the head. It's like, man, I was just trying to hit the wall behind you.
So suffice to say, I got in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, I'm sure Jareth still remembers that story.
He does.
Guess who doesn't remember my story?
Who?
I reminded Leo about that story. Like I remind him about it like once every couple months,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll say, "I don't remember that. I don't remember anything about that. What do you mean?" And it's like, yeah, it happened. What do you?
Oh,
What do you
oops.
mean? It's like, yeah, no, I don't remember that. It's like, okay, I guess I hit you that hard.
I guess it didn't happen.
So I just beat Johnny Upgrade.
For I think I finished my work of art.
Did you? Post
Yeah.
it in Jen. Let's share it.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, no, dude, Jared is such like
Jared's
he's such a kiddo.
he's so
No.
weird compared to like when he was little.
I
Like, he was a
was-
normal kid.
I was in a snack bar a couple of days ago getting my water for lunch because that's me now.
Mhm.
And I turn around to walk off, and Jared's standing there, and he's looking at me. I'm like, oh, okay. And I just walk past him. He's kind of like just kind of looking at me the entire way I'm walking. I'm like, oh, dang it.
Can I help you with something, sir?
All right, let's see
You're
this.
fat.
Oh, that's nice.
This
I like how you
true-
signed it.
a beautiful.
They gotta know it was me.
Logan, can you export this and just DM it to me? That's gonna be the thumbnail.
Oh yeah, sure.
I just want to note that we've been going for 54 minutes.
Yeah, nice.
So
It's going way better than I thought it would. The
Oh, yeah.
beginning was really fucking scuffed, not gonna lie.
well, I mean, it was
Yeah. I mean, I just straight up said that I have Ebola.
I do not remember that.
No, I was coughing and like sneezing and stuff like that. I'm like, I have Ebola.
well,
Oh.
I swapped into my high mode, so. But what were we just talking about? Jared,
Yeah.
bro, I swear I have the stupidest person I've ever known in my entire life in my first period.
Oh, for real?
I don't want to say his name, and you probably wouldn't know who he is. But it's not Cody. But
Is it Cody?
yeah. Well, the problem is I have this guy and I have Joseph.
Oh.
So you got Joseph. You got to imagine Joseph's going off, you know, and I open, you know, every like couple minutes. It's like an effing alarm clock, dude. He's like, you know, and then like if you don't comment about it 5 minutes later, he'll do it again. You know, so every 5 minutes it's like an alarm clock. Yeah, you got Joseph doing that, and then you've got this other kid being as stupid as possible. So we're talking, the other day about depression.
Mhm.
You know, so he was like, bro, how can you be depressed, dude? Like you got the car, you got everything. It's like, oh, I'm just not, socially happy. And he's like, well, what do you mean, dude? It's like, not. So I don't know. It's an you sent me it 2 times.
Is it like weird?
It kind of seems
I don't-
distorted. Maybe it's because I'm looking at.
No. It's doing the same shit for me. I don't understand why it's doing it.
Yeah, it's distorted on here too. Did you set your resolution properly?
Maybe
No, it's 1280 by 1080.
it's 1280.
Yeah,
what it says.
it looks like you went to try and make it. It was originally 1280 by 720.
It's supposed to
didn't
be
change the
1920 by 1080.
Change the pixel count, I guess. Something, I don't know.
I don't know, I don't know where that is. I know it's somewhere.
But yeah. Anyway, this kid's like, he's really. Yeah, he's trying to tell me. He's trying to tell me how to like just not be depressed. Like just be happy. You got everything.
He was trying to be one of those people that was trying to give advice, but didn't seem how to find a way of how to give advice.
Yeah, and Joseph wasn't helping at all. He was like, "Oh, you're just going through your little."
You're going through your fucking emo phase. Stop being a punk bitch.
It's like I have intermittent like bouts of this. Like I think Logan remembers the one day where I just had a complete breakdown. Like I just couldn't handle it.
I think I do.
It was in Gears class.
Oh yeah.
It's like I can't even like it some days. I don't know. Like third period's so bad. I have to like. I can't like. I have a friend who's like, yeah, dude, you just sit in your third period with your headphone in all period. Like, yeah, because if I don't, I'm gonna end up killing myself at the end of the day. Third period is just like bundle. Something I can't handle.
Oh, I mean, like, I'm just glad that this year, like, I'm gonna be graduating because
Yeah,
I
same.
mainly need my elective credits. Like, I already have 5 done. I just need like 5 point something more, and then I'll be done. That's why I'm working right now, so that I can just get all that like caught up with my elective credits, so then I can
Yeah, I'm
get
so glad that I'm out
walk
here,
out
dude.
of here.
I'm tired of dealing with the sins of my past. I'm done.
Oh,
It's
I've
like
been
he was
dealing with.
telling me, like, the only thing he told me that I already knew, but the only thing he told me that was somewhat intelligent is college is a fresh start, you know? But, I mean, how do I know that it's not going to be more of the same?
Yeah, it's like a weird.
I mean, I come home from school and I just sit in my chair all day because I have nothing better to do. Nobody's, like, wanting to hang out after school, you know? And it's not like they can, you know, Leo's sitting there, just being held hostage by his parents. You have work, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I'm not gonna go hang out with Jerry. Like Joseph was like, well, I don't do anything after school, you know. I just kind of like sit around too. It's like, yeah, Joseph, I'm gonna go hang out with just you, and I'm not gonna go hang out with just Jerry because Jerry's Jerry.
Yeah.
I'm not
There's
gonna go
this
hang out
thing
with
that I
Jareth. I'm not gonna go hang out with Jareth and Bryce. Jesus Christ.
like.
It's like
Yeah,
straight cancer.
Yeah. And then everybody else I know is just like the most casual, or it's just like acquaintances at this point, you know.
oh man.
So
So
why is this like this?
I saw this thing on Instagram, maybe 2 or 3 days ago,
Yeah,
and it
every good
was this
story starts
post,
with, I saw this thing on Instagram.
and it said, and I'm not gonna lie, like it kind of hit home. It says on the
Mm-hmm.
night of high school graduation, you're gonna come home and take a seat alone, and think about what has happened in the last 4 years, all the people, memories, nights with the boys. But what's next? And then that's when it just cuts off, and I'm like, damn, that's actually kind of how things
Yeah,
are
you
going to
shouldn't have said
be.
that. That's gonna send me in a spiral for the rest of the night. Like seriously, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna come home graduation night, and I'm just gonna sit here and
They're just
contemplate.
not gonna know.
I'm gonna contemplate, and I'm gonna break down because I've done nothing. I've legit just kind of like went to school, did everything I could and less, and just went through it. I legit said at the start of high school, like, I'm just gonna get in and out quick and clean, like nothing bad. And of course, you know, halfway through high school, that plan changes, but you already set the groundwork for it. So you have nothing to do but accept it.
There we go.
And now I'm finally finding the repercussions of that hypothesis.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, and at the same time, it's like a lot of people have told me before, like, shit happened, and
yeah, it's always something people say until it happens.
yeah, and like a lot of people are like, well, just make life yours. But it's like when you do try to make something, it doesn't really turn out good. It mainly turns out to shit.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, I keep saying this and people don't listen. They take it either as a joke or it's like, bro, you're wrong. It's like I say everything that I do practically goes wrong. It's like, you know, they're like, no, what do you mean? You know, it's like it's the same thing that Cody tried to tell me last year. You know, we were going on about a certain topic, and he's like, you know, just get over it, man. You just gotta keep going. You know, it's like, yeah, okay, Cody, good luck with that. It's like it's something that sticks with you.
Yeah,
You fix it, Logan.
Yeah, I fixed it.
like
I fixed it. It's nice.
I remember,
It's just go ahead.
I remember like a couple of days ago, I was talking to my. Okay, so here's one thing that pissed me off one day. So me and some friends of mine, like there was this one morning, me, my friend Jesus, and friend Candace, we all met up like across the street from the school, like in this apartment complex, and we smoked a joint. And we were like, all right, I'm like, we're gonna just gonna go through the first couple periods just high as fuck and just not deal with fucking school and just
Typical
enjoy
senior stuff.
ourselves. Yeah, basically. And so we smoked a J, and we're like, all right, it's like we got like the 5-10 minutes before the class starts, so let's get going. So we do. Our friend Candace goes up throughout the front, and me and my friend Jesus we go through the back. He says, "Bro, I have this jar and it has the other J in it, but should I just leave it out here in the bushes, or should I? Or what should I do?" I was like, "You know what, bro? Just give it to me." And I was like, huh? So I go to class, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'm shouldn't be worrying about anything. Like, I just have a jar, and there's just a J in it, and like, and there's nothing to be worrying about.
Yeah, but the
My
problem
focus.
is, like, isn't it I've heard whenever you get high, you just become really paranoid all of a sudden?
Oh no, you really no. People
It's
say that it's just
it's like
Or
if you
no,
don't.
it's acid, isn't it, that people do that?
I
Or no,
think it
or it's different people. Like, I've
it
heard
really
some people.
depends. Yeah,
yeah,
it
like
really
people
depends on like the
like
type of mindset you have going into it.
yeah,
No,
like
I
other
think it
people
was edibles that someone said that was. I don't
like
remember.
the thing is about it that like people have their own different has their different mindsets on like when they're under like something like if they're high or something like that.
Yeah, it's
Everyone has
it's
their own different like
it's like that
mindset.
with pretty much everything except like DMT.
Yeah, but like I went to go sit down and my teacher he calls out my name. He's like Joel. I'm like, yeah. And then he quickly puts things down and he just goes, Joel. I'm like, what? He comes sit down next to me and gets in real close and he says, "You smell like marijuana." I'm like, what? So I smell myself. I'm like, I don't smell anything. He's like, it's really strong. I'm like, okay. He's like, so were you smoking? I'm like, no. Yesterday when I was walking home, there was people smoking, and I happened to walk past the cloud. And this morning I was walking and people were smoking too. Oh well, I'm just gonna send you down to the office anyway, just to get things sorted out. I'm like, okay, I guess. So I go down there, and I wait in the office for maybe about good 45 minutes. And at first I'm like, did they call my mom or something like that? Like, is that why I'm waiting here? But then I get called back, and I'm still high. Like, I'm still high. But once I set foot in the vice principal's office, I instantly sobered up, and I'm like, all right, shit's about to go down. I don't have anything on me because, like, as he left to go talk to the people in the office. So I grabbed my bag and I left. I was like, I need to find Jesus, but I couldn't find him. He's in the Discovery. So I went to go find my friend Candace. She was in class already. Right as I turn around the corner, I find my friend Jackson. Like, bro, he was like, what? He was like, what's up, G? I'm like, yo, can you hold on to this? Can you hold on to this jar for me? I was like, yeah, for sure. So we go to the bathroom. I give him the jar. I come back, but I come back with breakfast, and he tells me, oh yeah, can you just go to the office? I'm like, all right. So I go there. I wait. That's when they call me back to go into the office, and they keep asking me things like that, like, oh, like, were you smoking and stuff like that? Apparently, the smell is really strong. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why I'm here. And they're like, is it okay if we search you? I'm like, what? Search me? They were like, yeah, is it okay if we search you? I'm like, all right, but you're not gonna find anything. So they searched my bag. They searched everything, and then they made me stand up and they gave me a pat down. I passed the search and I passed the pat down, and I go back to class. And oh my god, I gave my focus teacher the most dirtiest look I could ever give someone because I was so mad and so annoyed with him. He was like, "Hey, can we talk in the hall?" I'm like, "No,
No,
I
go
don't want
fuck
to talk in the hall."
yourself.
He's like, "Well, what's the problem?" I'm like, "I don't like you." I straight up said to him, like, "I don't like you."
Did I
He's
tell you
like, "Oh,
guys?
well."
Okay, no, finish your story. I'm sorry.
He was like, "Oh, well, sorry sorry for getting on your nerves." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, bye." And like After that, that's when I went on with my day.
So you just straight up clear. You got out of that scot free.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and finish your thing if you're still have to go.
I got
then-
I got like 2 stories. And then I got like 2 stories and we'll cut it off.
Well, I was gonna say.
Oh, do you have a
I'll
story?
finish this thing. You go ahead and tell your stories, and I'll close this off. It's
Alright. Yeah.
kind of like personal again.
Yeah. It's planning out the fucking podcast. Alright, so
This is a real feels podcast. Not gonna
it's
lie.
real feels. Alright, now time for some funny stories.
Gotcha.
So, did I tell you guys about the time that the school thought my brother had alcohol on
I'm sorry?
campus? What had happened is this story takes place it's a 3-day period story.
Oh.
So like the first day we go to the corner. No, we go to a donut shop. I remember this. We go to a donut shop and we order donuts and they have apple juice.
Uh-huh.
And my brother's like, yeah, let me get some apple juice. I'll chill with the sodas and stuff today. I just really want some apple juice.
Wow, Jareth not drinking Coke for one day?
Yeah, no, it's insane. He doesn't finish this apple juice. He pours it in a flask or something. I don't remember what it was. And he forgets to take it out of his backpack. The second day, he's like walking around with it. You know, we didn't think anything of it. It's like, oh, you got some more apple juice. Cool. He's like, he's probably going to drink it at lunch or something. That's like basically the second day. And then the third day, he comes to school and he opens the flask in class. And I guess it smelled like alcohol because the teacher.
If you have apple juice sitting in like a flask for long enough, it doesn't smell like apple juice anymore. It sort of smells odd.
Yeah, they thought he had like really bad liquor. So they sent him to the office with a flask of apple juice.
Uh-huh.
And they make such a big deal out of this. They're like, I can't believe you're drinking on campus. Why would you do this? We're going to call your parents. We're going to get them to come over here. And we're going to tell them what you did. So they couldn't get a hold of my mom. Which I'm not going to say why. Because it's kind of personal. But I will tell you that they got a hold of my dad. And my dad was livid. He was pissed.
At the school or Jareth?
At the school. Well, both. He wasn't sure. But he's like, why the fuck you guys calling me at work? He's like, well... Mrs. So-and-so won't pick up. He's like, all right. And then he comes to school and he's sitting there face to face with Jareth. He's like, are you drinking fucking alcohol? He's like, I wasn't in here. This is based off of what Jareth told me.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, you drinking alcohol? He's like, no, it's not alcohol. It's apple juice. So he takes and he smells it. And then, no. He takes the apple juice and he smells it. He says, it smells like liquor, and then he goes to take a swig, and the officer there stops him. He's like, what are you doing? You can't be doing that on campus. He's like, well, you guys don't know if it's alcohol or not, so I'm going to have to find out myself. So he takes a big-ass swig right in front of the principal and stuff, and he has, like, you know how you get, like, sour face, how your face crunches up?
Hold on. Which principal was it? Was it Chaddock?
Fuck, maybe. It wasn't.
It was Chaddock. I would have loved to see the look on his face.
I think it was at Cedar Bayou.
Oh. Was it in middle school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it probably wasn't Chaddock.
It was either.
That was in high school.
It was either at Highlands or Cedar Bayou. I'm pretty sure it was at Cedar Bayou. You know how you get sour face and your face like crumbles up?
Yeah.
My brother said my brother said that my dad had the worst sour face ever. He got sour face and my brother could not stop laughing apparently. So instead of just letting him off, they suspended him because he was
serious?
Yeah, they suspended him and he was laughing. He was laughing at the situation. And my dad is like, yeah, fuck it. You can stay home and play video games, watch movies, sleep. I don't give a shit. I have to get back to work. So he continues his day and he comes home and he tells us the story and we're sitting there dying. And every time Jared drinks anything other than any type of like juice, like apple juice or prune juice, we're like, don't leave it in your bag again. Don't leave it in your bag again. All right.
God, man, that's funny. You know, that reminds me, we need to like go to a donut shop one morning, just like all of us.
Yeah.
And
You guys
just,
wanna go to
like, you, me, and
Shipley's?
Leo. Well, I mean, I would go to Shipley's. I mean,
Yes.
it's only one around, so we'd have to. But
I mean,
I don't know.
Snowflake's like, it's
You know,
it's like,
Snowflakes is like it's like hood.
yeah, good point.
I ain't trying to get my car stolen before.
Yeah.
Nah, but Shipley's is annoying to go to because like my car is, you know, it's kind of like low. I'm afraid of like scraping it on.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean, because it has like the weird ass ramp.
Mm-hmm. I might have to like
Dude.
park in like Luna's.
I could always just
not
like
Luna's.
pick you up some donuts.
Yeah, I don't know. I could probably park in like the I don't know, Luby's parking lot right
Isn't
over.
it like down the street from the school?
Yeah, I could probably park and walk. I'm fat.
Yeah, you could probably park and walk.
I'm fat.
Just
Yeah,
park close and walk.
I'm fat. I don't know if you missed that. All right, go on with your. Or well, no, I was gonna have something that came off of this. I think, yeah, it was sophomore year. That was such a fun year. But no, I got transferred into halfway through the semester. I think there was some complication with my schedule. Yeah, chemistry. Our first period.
Mhm.
It wasn't our first period, but it was our period of chemistry. We had Miss Burton, and she was the type of teacher that like she'd like start writing notes during tests. She's like the really cool chemistry teacher, even though it's pre AP, it's still like a breeze. She'd allow us to turn in we'd always turn in papers like last minute, you know. So I'd come in like the last day with just like a stack of papers. She'd be like, all right, whatever gets you going. I have a buddy. We were in that class together, and we still reference like the frog lab. It was like a little thing where we had to like build like a paper frog, and you had to bounce it across the table and do like a little analysis of it.
Yeah.
We turned that in like the last day of the 6 weeks. That was a group project. We had to like scramble to do it. It was like that was the funniest thing I did in the class. But anyway, halfway through the year, they decide, screw it. Let's go ahead, because the teacher went to the, as the teacher put it, the loony bin. So she had to take over the her class. So they ended up moving our class. They ended up dispersing our classes. So I went to a different period. That's how I came back in contact with Leo so well. So that happened, but my English class got moved around. So I ended up getting moved into a class with Joseph. And also the biggest mistake I made that year. But that class, did you know Mr. Wagner?
Yeah, I know who Mr. Wagner is.
We had because we basically did nothing in that class half the time. So I had stupid conversations with Wagner and the people in the class. Most people in the class were pretty chill. I think Michael, or I should have said it, but it's the guy in my first period now.
Oh.
But we didn't talk.
Does it start with an S? His last name?
No.
No.
No. C.
See? I think I might know who you're talking about. I'm not gonna say his name, but yeah, don't finish it.
No, I'll finish it. He's not gonna watch this. Michael Carty, man.
Oh yeah, okay, I know what you're fucking talking about.
But anyway, where was that? Oh yeah, me and Wagner used to have these stupid conversations. Like, I had one day where I was like, Wagner, do you suppose they'd know if I brought a Coke bottle in that had whiskey in it? And there was also the one where, Wagner, do you think they'd know if I brought in a Sprite bottle that had rum in it or vodka? And he was just like, both times, just like, I don't know, honestly. And the entire class just had a conversation about this for the past like couple minutes. It was a really funny time. We also had a time where we came up with a senior prank where I was gonna go on Amazon and buy like rape whistles in bulk, and I was gonna set them off. I was gonna like figure out some way where I could set them all off at a certain time in every bathroom across the school.
Oh my god.
So it's just like a bunch of rape whistles going off. You know how loud them stupid things are.
It's fucking genius.
It'd be hilarious, but I think they expel you or they don't let you walk if you do senior pranks.
Oh, you fucking serious?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fucking do it anyway. Fuck them.
That's what I've heard. You don't get to walk during graduation if you do senior prank. I don't know if I'm pretty sure they would probably let you graduate, but yeah, it's that's stupid. But yeah, Wagner's class was pretty fun.
Wait, what's the difference? What's the difference between walking and graduating?
Graduate, you get your diploma, but walking, like, you actually walk up on stage and get your diploma handed to you.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck them. I'll do the senior prank anyway. I don't give a shit
I'd
about.
ask. I'd like figure out more information about it because if they don't let you get your diploma at all.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to follow
But
that up.
I couldn't see him like holding back your diploma.
Yeah, because
Senior
of one
prank
little
like that.
prank. Yeah. What was I gonna talk
I mean,
about?
maybe like if you're like, I don't know, lighting a room on fire or something,
Yeah, no, nothing that extreme.
setting off a bomb in the school, like, hey, senior prank, senior
Senior,
season, get it.
senior prank.
Did you ever see that video? It's recommended to me on YouTube every once in a while. It's that video where like the senior prank was just going around shooting people with Nerf guns.
Yeah, actually, I saw that.
That was a funny video, man. It saddens me that they banned senior pranks, man.
That's
Those are great.
That's so dumb.
Like everybody looks forward to their senior prank. What's it gonna be this year?
I think I'm gonna spread propaganda as my senior prank. This sounds so fucking weird. I'm gonna spread propaganda to get everybody to bring like giant bags of food or like popcorn, and we're all gonna stand in a line. We're gonna stand in a line for like the microwave, and we're all just gonna sit there and like a microwave like endless bags of popcorn and just carry it around and just like leave a little bit everywhere, so the custodians have to like so the custodians have to go into each room and sweep up just a little bit of popcorn, so when they push their carts around it's just carts full of popcorn.
That is the funniest thing. Oh my god, no.
I already know what I'm gonna do for a senior break.
We should seriously make it to where it's like Area 51. So like you go out and you hand it to like a bunch of gullible freshmen that'll definitely do it, and then you go and hand it out to like a bunch of other people just to make sure like they won't get suspicious.
Yeah.
And it's only the freshmen that do it, and it's like only 5 of them. So you see
Like
5
pineapple
idiot
on
freshmen
pizza.
just standing there with a giant bag of popcorn.
Dude, we gotta get a bunch of people and we just gotta microwave a
Hold
fuck ton
on.
of popcorn.
Dedboi's here.
Oh, is he?
We're doing a
I
podcast,
just
by the
said
way.
hello.
Yeah, I
Hello.
thought I heard you. I was like, hold on, we're doing a podcast right now.
Look, I'm not like Joel. I am clearly noticeable. He
Alright.
just hides in the channel.
Well, he's telling stories. He's having
He's
fun.
telling stories.
We're
Yeah.
at an hour
we're
and 20
going.
minutes, by the way, so we need to wrap this
It's
up.
fine. It's fine. All right. Last story.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay,
Get
so this is like another weed story.
oh, great.
It's like
Oh.
it's not like not a full weed story. Well, I
I'm
mean,
gonna
yeah,
touch on this.
it kind of is. All right. So we were, I think this was a couple years back. I think this was freshman year. We were in the ROTC Armory. This is such a weird fucking setting, but it was during lunch, and we would go.
2019, this would be a school shooting story. Go ahead.
Shut the.
Oh, my favorite.
So we were chilling in the ROTC Armory, and they had MREs in there, which were good, which were really good. They were like way better than school
Wait,
lunches.
They have MREs?
Yeah, they have MREs in the
I should
Armory.
have gotten an ROTC. Maybe it'd be a little less fat. Go
Dude, those things are so fucking good. And we were
Do you
eating.
want to go back into the military, huh, Logan?
No, fuck that.
Yeah, so
So we were sitting there, and this kid was vaping. Like he had the armory door closed, and the AC was off, and he was vaping. I was like, "What are you vaping there?" He's like, I got a little bit of weed, extract, and then I actually have like a blunt in my bag." He was like, "If you want to sit down and smoke a blunt, we can do that, or you can just sit here and vape some of this weed extract with me." I was like, I'm not trying to get fucked up right now. So we sat down and we vaped a little bit, which the like vape high is like way different than being like high.
Oh yeah, it really is.
So we were sitting there vaping, and the AC kicks on, and we have no idea why, but it was sucking the air into the AC and blowing it into the colonel's room.
Oh my god.
No.
So
Oh, you hotboxed his room.
So we were sitting there, we're like, oh fuck, what are we gonna do? He's like, dude, I can't be caught with this stuff. So he drinks all of the weed extract, which is like a small bottle. He drinks all of the weed extract, and then he eats the blunt.
Until he was screwed after that.
And-
oh my god.
And
Oh
we
my
went,
God.
we're like, dude, we gotta sneak out, or I'm gonna be so fucked before, because he had to get to his car, because he's a senior, so he could like leave early, and this was like the period right before he left early. He's like, dude, I don't know how I'm gonna sneak out. I was like, dude, I'll guide you through. You just gotta keep a straight face the whole time. So we walked past the colonel's room, and he stops us. He's like, what are you guys doing back there? We're like, we're eating the MREs. He's like, you sure? It smells a little funky. We're
Wait,
like,
do y'all just go back there and eat MREs, or just a thing?
what's up?
Do y'all actually just go back there and just randomly eat MREs, or
No, it was like during lunch.
Okay.
It was like the lunch period before he left. It was last period, or last lunch. And he's like, yeah, I'm just about to go home. I'm about to head to my car and leave. And I'm sitting there, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna take him to his car. He's like, why are you gonna take him to his car? It's like, cause we're hanging out, man. You got a problem? And he's like, yeah, I forgot what he said something, and we were fucking dying the whole time we were walking to our car. It wasn't anything bad, but I think he was like, if you guys got weed, share it with me.
Are you serious?
I think it was
God.
like that. I think we were dying the whole time because we were walking to the truck. We were walking to his truck. He's like, dude, imagine hotboxing with the colonel in the armory. I'm pretty sure he almost crashed leaving the parking lot. I'm not sure if he made it home without scratching, but he almost crashed. Because the back gate was closed. So he had to leave out the front gate. But this dude was so fucking high that he almost just drove through the gate.
He runs through a couple
Oh
of
my
orphanages.
God.
So-
Okay, so
Dude,
it
I
definitely
have
isn't.
where shit happened.
I actually got a story after this to tell. It's gonna be so funny.
Alright, and I see him leave, and I go back to the class. And the colonel gets really serious with me. He's like, for real, were you guys smoking weed? And he's like, nah, we were just, vaping. Which, is half the truth,
Yeah.
And he was like, alright, you guys can't be doing that here. I'm not gonna report you. But you guys can't be doing that in the armory.
Each other are good little soldiers.
Yeah, and we were like, alright, sweet. So we got off with that scot-free. But I'm pretty sure it was like a couple days before he came back to school.
So you didn't tell the story about the dude sitting there just eating. Okay.
No,
Yeah, that's probably being annoying. Yeah.
alright, I'm done with my
That's
story.
hilarious, dude. That's funny.
I was dying the
Like,
whole
his
fucking
stories
time.
just
See,
look
what was-
like
okay.
movies.
Wait,
I've had,
DM
like,
me who it was. It when was this?
Freshman year.
Oh, okay, no, never mind.
Oh my God.
Okay, so last year, do you know Geo?
Yeah.
Okay,
Fucking
so
rock.
I come out and I go to my car. It's the end of the day, and he's like, I'm walking to my car, and all of a sudden I hear my name being called out. I'm like, where's that? And I turn around and I'm looking around, and then I look at the bed of this truck, like a red F-150, and I see Geo's head popping out. He's sitting in the bed of the truck, just saying my name very quietly, like, hey. And I'm like, good lord, are you okay?
You want some drugs?
So he hops out and he runs over to me. And he's like, hey, bro, can you give me a ride, dude? Can you give me a ride across the street? I'm like, God, seriously? And he's
Can't
like,
just
bro,
walk
yeah, dude,
across
just do it, yeah. So eventually, of course, I end up driving across the street. So, I'm like, why are you sitting in the bed of this dude's truck? And he's like, bro, I was trying to leave, and the security guard nearly caught us, so I went and hid in the bed of this guy's truck for a period. He was sitting in the bed of that truck for an entire period.
Holy shit, what a legend.
And the whole time he's sitting there like, bro, it's a nice car, dude. I mean, man, it's really nice. I'm like, yeah, it's good.
Oh
yeah.
my God, dude was.
And I'm
tripping
like,
balls.
I'm sitting here the entire. No, I don't think he was, but because Gio's just sort of like this, but
Gio's fucking weird, but he's like a
We're-
cool
Starts
weird.
moving over
you're
to
sitting there talking. I'm like, Jesus
keys.
Christ, are you trying to hide from ice? Like, good lord, because he's probably like what, 5 feet tall, maybe.
Yeah.
It's like he's basically think of Salvador the Gunzerker from Borderlands 2, but in a real guy. He's legit like
You
a
mean
tiny.
Logan.
He's a
You
tiny
mean
little.
Logan.
Well, no, he's fat though. He's thick boy. He's like.
Oh yeah,
probably-
I forget.
I remember him in middle school. He was probably at my like waistline, but he's still really short, and he's like a little tiny Mexican kid that's really fat. So it's really funny. But I'm just like, Jesus Christ, are you an illegal right now? Good Lord. So I
Does he
drive him
look-
across the street.
Does he
And
look funny when he's running?
it was funny. He was in athletics with me, so yes, it was. Before I left.
Yeah, I could see
was-
it.
Before I was told to leave.
Oh. Yeah,
But,
we'll save that story.
I was gonna play football, and then by the time it started, I
Dang it.
didn't actually get in quick enough. So it was,
No. Yikes.
and then, so I think the recs where you had to play 2 sports, and I wasn't able to play, or I wasn't. None of the sports really started yet. So. But yeah. So yeah, that was funny. Right. So across the street, he hops out of the car, and I'm sitting here wondering. Well, he has a skateboard with him, so it's like, why couldn't you just skateboard across the street? I mean, I understand why he couldn't, but anyway, he gets out, and it's like, okay, bye. See you in a few months. Whenever I talk to you next time. And as I'm leaving, if you don't know, Logan, have you ever been in that parking lot? It's where one T City is.
I have not been in that parking lot.
Those speed humps are so massive. They are absurd. I legit go over one and like I could not see the pavement anymore. They're so tall. I legit could just see the sky. So I drive over this thing and I hear just like a or not really a. Well, by the time I landed, I hear just, but I also hear
And
just
he's
like,
fucking dead.
I hear like a scraping sound, kind of, and a few bumps.
Yikes.
So I'm not happy to look under my car whenever I start to work on it. I would not be surprised if there's probably a dent in my muffler or something.
Yikes.
Is that it was not a good sound that I heard that day. There is definitely something somewhere that isn't as pristine as I'd like it to be.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that was God.
The gas tank's got like a small hole in it. Someone throws a cigarette in the wrong spot, it just blows up.
I wouldn't be
Fucking
surprised.
cars in
My
flames.
well, I wouldn't be surprised half because my fuel efficiency is too low, but I'm also not surprised because I drive like my fuel efficiency should be really low. So
For anybody that
Sound like
doesn't
you drive
know,
like a fucking grandma.
yeah.
For-
By the way, I drive a Challenger.
yeah, he drives a really nice, shiny orange, brand new,
Wait, is
looking like it just came off the lot Challenger.
Except for the scrap on.
Are you guys recording a podcast?
We are doing a podcast. We're
Yeah.
we're an hour and a half in.
Oh,
but
I literally just joined at the last minute. I thought you.
But
guys
it's
were
a
just
it's a
chilling.
V6, so it should get good fuel economy. But the way I lead tow it everywhere, so
You
it
know, I'm
gets
not
like probably
prepared.
12
Should I say
miles
the
an
N
hour.
word?
No, don't. I don't want to take the
No.
time to scroll through this and edit that out.
Wait, hold on, Logan. Are you recording?
Yeah,
I'm recording.
I'm recording.
I guess
Okay,
this is gonna be
let me
a
see.
long podcast.
Who's
Anyway.
uploading?
Oh,
We don't know yet.
But-
Speaking of speed bumps, I go over speed bumps full speed. I do not give a shit
yeah, because
how
you
high it
drive
is.
Yeah, you drive an Explorer.
You drive a skid mark very early 2000s Ford Explorer.
I do not
You
give a
have
shit.
nothing to lose.
I do not give a shit how high it is. I get angry at people that go over speed bumps as fast as I do. I don't know why. It's just
Even though you do
Logan,
it
do you
yourself.
launch it off a rail? You
Yeah.
know, like whenever the rail
dude.
tracks go.
Yeah. The railroad track where it's like super, like it has like a ramp to it. Yeah, I
You're
fucking.
telling me that you launch yourself off of those?
Funny story. I actually fucked up my alignment doing that.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I had to take it to my dad's shop to get it fixed.
Oh my god.
So you jumped. Wait, hold on. Have you ever gotten like wheels off the ground?
Yeah, I was going. I think there was nobody on the road, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll go 80."
Jesus Christ.
This is how Logan killed 8 people.
So
I'm so
you decided
surprised.
To go 80 over the railroad tracks.
I
Is this
wasn't.
the same time you broke your alignment?
Yeah.
Okay, so you launched your car, wheels off the ground, landed, broke your alignment, and what you were just driving around. It's like, oh, this car's pulling a little bit to the right now. I didn't notice.
It's kind of a little crooked. It's like, you should get this checked out.
Oh my god, Logan.
Oh my god, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard anybody do.
Jesus.
I'm afraid.
Also, what's the deal with the ice cream sandwich?
Oh,
It looked sad and depressing.
Whenever we started the
Yeah.
podcast, he said, "I'm gonna go get an ice cream sandwich," and he comes back with that thing.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
Why
fucked
does
up.
it look so sad and
He
depressing?
probably sat on it.
It
I
was.
want to kill myself now.
No, I think what happened was when he was going to sit down, he accidentally smashed it while he was going to sit down.
No. I smashed my finger sitting down. I had already put the ice cream sandwich down. What had happened was we have boxes of Hot Pockets.
I want a hot
No.
pocket.
And
Now I want a Hot Pocket.
that was the last ice cream sandwich, and it was at the very bottom of the shelf. So what had happened was we forgot about it, and we stacked a bunch of Hot Pockets on top of it.
Jeez.
God, that's
No respect for fucking ice cream sandwiches in this
I have
minority
another
shed.
really related to Logan's wheat story is that I've had the similar shit happen to me, but to the point, but the person driving, he nearly crashed multiple times. So what happened was last week on Thursday.
This was last week.
Yeah, this was last
I have
week on
so
Thursday.
many funny car stories that I'll get to after Joel's. This is gonna be a 3-hour podcast.
We might. No, I have to get up for work tomorrow. We might have to save this for the next podcast.
Well, I want to at least tell one of them that I saw a few weeks ago, and then
I haven't even told the story. I just joined in halfway through.
We'll get you another one.
Joel,
Definitely
you
don't
finish
worry about it.
yours, and then Nathan will tell
Yay.
his, and then we'll end it.
I'll close
Last
it out
week
for us.
Alright, so last
Sorry.
week on Thursday, it was after school, and I seen my group of friends. I was like, "Yo, what's the move?" And we're like, "I don't know what's going on. I mean, I got an eighth, and we're gonna go smoke a J with with Chris." I'm like, "All right, but I'm down." So we go over to the Mac station, and our friend Luis comes with us. He was like, "Bro, why don't you just go back to your crib, grab the truck, and come pick us up, and we'll just head back to your crib, roll at least 3 blunts, and we'll just smoke them." He was like, "All right." So he leaves, but what ends up happening? He comes back, and my homie Brady, he gives my friend Candace maybe a few nugs for a bowl, for a couple bowls with we could pass around with me, Louise, Jackson, and her. So we go back, we get out. She loses some of the nug, and I'm like, "Where's the rest of the nug?" She's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Did you drop it?" She says, "I don't know." He goes back in the truck and checks, gone. I'm like, "Fucking idiot! You dropped some of the weed." So we go over to his couch that's in his front yard. We grind up the weed and we smoke a couple bowls. And I don't know how, but he's already our friend Luis is already fucked up after 2 hits off of the bowl.
Hold on.
I'm like,
I'm gonna stop the story real quick because I'm ultra white. I should live in a Starbucks. What is a bowl? I've heard this mentioned before. I imagine that there's someone that has a bowl of weed and they just keep rolling blunts and smoke the entire bowl.
No. A bowl.
But I think I'm
a
wrong.
bowl. Okay, so the definition of a bowl is that if you're have a pipe or a bong, there's this little thing that at the end of a pipe. There's this little thing that looks like a bowl, and you put weed in it, and that's basically what a bowl is.
Oh, okay.
You're filling up a bowl of weed, and then you're smoking it.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense now than what I pictured in my head.
Yeah, and so our friend Luis, he's already fucked off of 2 hits of the weed, and then he was our friend our friend Candace calls our friend Brady. He was like, "Yo, so we just finished up." I was like, "Oh, all right, so we'll just come pick you up." So we all get in the car, and then Candace is like, "Luis, are you good to drive?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll be good to drive." I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "I'm going to die today. I'm going to fucking die today." So he starts it up, slowly pulls out. As he's about to leave his fucking driveway, he pulls off so fucking fast. I jerk and hit my head on the damn window. And I'm like, "Ow, son of a bitch." He was like, What? I'm like, "Dude, you fucking pulled out and whipped the damn corner so fast I hit my head." It's like, "Oh, sorry, man." And he laughs Like he giggles. He starts giggling so hard. I'm like, bro, you're driving too. It's like, all right, all right, all right. So we get over. We get over to the light. He turns the corner and he just whips the fuck out of the damn truck.
Same.
And it's just a straight lane down towards the max. So he just fucking floors it. We go from 20 to about 70 in like about maybe 2 minutes.
Two
I'm like, bro,
minutes? God, that truck's slow.
yeah, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die today. I'm talking to my friend Jackson. He was like, bro. I'm like, what? He's like, we're gonna fucking die. I'm like, I know. So we get to the next station, and Candace leaves because she had to go home because she's grounded. So we pick up our friend Chris and Brady. We head back, but he was like, oh, I have to go the long way. So we go the long way. He There's a car pulls out and he nearly crashes into it. Like he nearly rear ends this fucking sedan. And as we keep going, he nearly crashes again. I'm like, oh my god, you fucking idiot. So we get back to his place, and didn't give a fuck. He did not give two flying fucks. He just whips it back into his driveway and then just slams on the brake. Brady nearly flies through the fucking window. We all get out. We go get on the couch. Chris rolls up the blunt, and we're like, all right, so let's just wait. So he wants to go pick. So Luis wants to go pick up our friend Jesus. They come back, and and Jesus sits down. He's like, bro, I nearly fucking died in that damn truck. I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah, this dude nearly crashed twice while we are on the way over here. I'm like, oh my fucking god. So we're all sitting there. Jesus rolls up the other blunt. Already has the other one, and I roll up the third one. And so we're like, all right, how are we gonna do this? So we just looked them all up. We just kept passing them around, and just got super fucking high. And then after we finished them, we're like, what are we gonna do now? We're just sitting here. We're high as fuck. Luis is fucking asleep on the damn couch. So what are we gonna do? And we were like, oh, let's just go do something. So
Run over the orphanage.
We ended up going to Chick-fil-A, but we didn't go to any Chick-fil-A. We went to the Chick-fil-A that I worked at. And oh my, the look on my boss's face, like I remember my old boss said this. She was like, "Oh, you're back." I'm like, "I'm just ordering food." We get food. We head back to his house, and then we just eat. And then Luis goes passes the fuck out on the couch again. Brady and Chris, they're just listening to music. I'm sitting there on my phone while Jackson and his juice, they're just smoking a few more bowls. And that's when we were like, all right, it's time to go. So we just head over to the Max station. We all get on, and we just went on with our fucking day.
Wow. Really cool story.
Yeah.
I think we died.
Yeah, well, so speaking of almost dying in a car accident, so every morning I get to school, or at least I used to. I used to go to school at about 7:30. I'd get there about then, and that'd be the start to my day. Where'd he go? Okay, he's back. I start my morning at 7:30, or I'd start at like 6 or 7, but I'd be there at like 7:30, and I'd sit there for about like an hour or about 45 minutes until I'd go inside. Or no, probably about 30 minutes. But anyway, I go and I park, and I just I used to sit there and I'd watch The Office. Or some mornings I'd sit there and watch The Office. And as I'm sitting there, I look up at, the car that goes before me, and I see like a red Saturn SUV that goes up, and I see a gray Explorer that comes up. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then I see them stop, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I see the Saturn flip on its brake lights, I'm like, oh man. So
Creeper.
I see the Saturn start to move back, and I'm like, oh. And then I see like the Explorer like just quickly like flick it in reverse and try and move. Like I see it start trying to jolt back, and the Saturn's just at this point just kind of like already going. So I just hear. I'm just like, yeah. I look because and whenever I'm sitting there early enough that my friend he comes and parks right in front of me. So I see it happen. I look over at my friend, and I'm just sitting there dying. We're both just dying because of what just happened. I was just in total disbelief that actually just happened. Luckily enough, I don't think it wasn't that bad. I looked at because the Explorer parked a little bit down from me, and I saw like the front of the Explorer was just a little bit snubby.
That's snubby.
That was a funny morning.
Classic.
I still remember the first week I drove to school. That Friday, all the beaners were out in like the back corner just whipping their trucks around.
Was Leo there?
No, Leah wasn't driving yet.
Okay, so Leo's not a true Mexican.
We have so many. Our parking lot is so stupid. We've got like multiple Mazda 3s. We've got all the beaners with their lowered trucks with blown out exhaust park right behind me, and there's also one ricer who drives like a riced out like Chevy Impala, like a newer one. It's got like some, I think it's got words on the window. I think it might say Chevy or something. He's got like the little scratches on his headlights. I don't know if y'all seen those.
Yeah.
And I think he has like a riced out exhaust for that thing. It doesn't sound very good. There's me. Last year, I don't know if they're still, but there was
Where
a
are
dude
all
who
the
drove.
bitches at?
I'm gonna get to that in a second. That's the funniest part.
Okay, thank you.
There was a white Mustang GT that had a pretty good. Revved it a couple times while I was walking past. That was pretty nice. Last year was a senior who drove a Camaro SS, like probably brand new. I think he bought it. But the most funny thing that I've seen last year, I saw some kid drives a Charger SRT 392, which, if you don't know, that is the third engine option for the Charger, and it's 400 horsepower plus. It's a nice car. And I think it's got like it's gray and it has the black stripes with the little red accents on them. And I look over, or I saw it last year, just kind of off from afar. I'm like,
Bruh.
So last year, or it might have been early this year, I'm leaving the school and I see the Charger right next to me. It doesn't cross my mind to actually look at the driver. I'm sitting there staring at the massive Brembo brakes on that thing, because they put massive brakes on the SRTs. It's hilarious. So I'm like, man, those are some nice brakes. So I pull off. The other day, or a few weeks ago, I think it was like a couple days after I got early release now.
This is a long story.
It is. The person, they're right in front of me. And I'm like, wonder who drives that. And then I look at the rear window, and there's an Instagram thing. It's like, wait, hold on. That's not a dude who drives that. That's not a dude who drives that car. A chick is driving. A female's driving an SRT 392 Challenger or Charger. It blew my mind. Because the entire time I'm thinking, like, man, that must be one cool dude who's driving that car. Nope.
It's a bitch.
I was like,
awesome.
What the heck?
So it has her Instagram on the back of it? Can you give me the link or the license plate of this car? I need to throw a rock at it.
Like, it blows my mind. Because it's not every day that you see a SRT 392 Challenger or Charger. Jesus Christ.
And in the hands of a woman.
Yeah. I mean, well, the only thing that sort of angers me is she doesn't whip the thing. Yeah. Most people would.
She's not hot. I see. Anywho.
I launch my car out there pretty much every day, but I could hear the exhaust. I don't know if it has custom exhaust for me, but it still sounds pretty good. Yeah, the parking lots. And then there's I know there's one chick who drives a Beetle Turbo.
I'm gonna drive a slug bug.
And Cody drives a GTI Golf GTI that he just loves too much. It's kind of obsessive at this point.
Dude, did you see that guy that drives a fucking DeLorean?
Yes, I saw.
Dude.
Yeah,
That's fucking
Logan, you
sick.
cut out and all you said was dill. You know
Totally.
exactly where I thought that was going.
he drives a dill pickle.
He drives
No,
a dill pickle.
The
No.
day I saw that, I was walking out with here, I think. I was like, dude, it's a DeLorean. And I see Michael. He pulls up in his stupid Avalanche. And he rolls down his window. And I'm like, dude, there's a DeLorean over there. And he's like, what? It's like, yeah, there's
dude.
a DeLorean over there.
Jarrett said the same thing. He's like, dude, is that a fucking DeLorean? I was like, dude, it's a DeLorean.
I was telling my dad about it. And he's like, bro, seriously? You don't. It's not every day you see a DeLorean, especially around here.
Yeah.
Because DeLoreans is such of a pop culture icon as a DeLorean is. It is a stupid car.
Yeah.
It's not painted. It's aluminum. That's what the color is. It's
The
aluminum.
doors are trash. The inside's garbage.
The inside's garbage because it's a what is it? 80s, I think. It's an 80s.
It's such a good car.
Yeah, 1980.
Yeah, no, hold on. Let me finish. It's a stupid interior. It's early like 90s or 80s.
Mid.
GM.
1981.
It's that time period. GM. So terrible. It's the stupid aluminum body panel. So the car looks cool, but it's stupidly probably stupidly heavy. And the windows are stupid. They're not those windows that fully open. They crack open like a supercar would.
Yeah.
Or a supercar that time would. And also the engine was really underpowered. Like the thing I think someone said that it could barely get to 80.
Yikes.
Because the car A is too heavy, and B the engine's severely underpowered because it was the 80s. But yeah,
Jeez.
It's a cool car though for people who don't know about them. And just in general, you don't get to see them too often.
Yeah, it's
there was
sick.
a girl last year. I think she graduated, but she drove a Corvette, like an '80s Corvette, kind of like Mr. Gear would have.
Yeah, I hope she gets shot. Anywho, fucking.
Yeah.
I need a book.
Dude,
okay.
Were you there when that dude in the red Ferrari pulled up?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, dude. This guy in a red Ferrari pulled up to pick somebody up. I was literally losing my shit.
Was it in front of the school or in the
Yeah, it was in
lot?
front of the school.
Oh, okay.
They didn't go to the parking lot. They went in front of the school. We were leaving school and we saw this guy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I saw it and I was like, what the fuck is that? I looked closer and it's a fucking red Ferrari. I just started
Was it
losing
a newer one or?
I think it was an older one.
Was it super boxy?
Yeah, it was kind of boxy.
Yeah, it's older. Well, I mean, you can get Ferraris for, about the same price as an S class, or older Ferraris specifically. You can get them. Some of them you can get for the price of a.
It
Challenger
looked
SRT.
nice. It looked cool.
Yeah, I mean, one of my if I was going for kind of car that's obtainable dream car, it would probably be a Ferrari Testarossa. It's the Miami Vice car, I think.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that, but it's a really cool car. It has the shutter shades, rear taillights. I like that. But yeah, Ferraris are cool, but I don't like them.
So,
I think we should just have I think the next episode of this podcast just needs to be car stories.
Just
Car stories and just general banter about cars. A lot of our stories seem to stem from just car related. At least mine.
Yeah, at least some of them do.
But,
Most of yours do.
Yeah, because
You're like a car fanatic. Yeah.
That's my thing, dude. I mean, seriously, half the time, the only thing that makes me happy during my day is cars. And actually, I should probably transition this into my closing because it's.
Yeah. It's
I want to end on a
hours.
happy note. We're at 1 hour and 52 minutes.
Did you know children die every day?
But
That's a happy note.
I'm gonna transition this, and I want it to be a happy ending, but it's not going.
It's not gonna be because
It being my life. I'm gonna go back to the story about Michael.
In the middle of
Africa's
my
not
life.
real.
This thing trying to tell me about how to be, But it's and I don't get it. Do y'all feel this with me? It's like you you see everybody else doing like, they're going out and partying, drinking.
Yeah.
They're all having fun with just their friends. They've all got these massive friend groups.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
they
we
go out.
just
And
don't.
they go outside. They go to the park. They walk around with their friends. Like every week or so. It's like I may be lucky to do that every.
Well, okay, I think our main problem is like half of the friends that we actually do
we have a
is
very
spread like, well, we have the main group of retards, and then like everybody else that we know is like spread across the U.S.
Yeah.
Hello.
Well, I mean, it's also
I am
that,
here.
but it's also back to the thing that I have. I'd like to say that I have at least a fair amount of people that I know, but I've got like probably 20 to 40% of those people that are just completely fake.
Yeah, I
Like,
know what you mean.
Basically, I don't want to say this, for the odd chance that they watch this, but he won't. Basically, my group of friends that I knew from Cody, pretty much all of them are like the fakest people I know. Like, Cody was just like completely annoying. I actually had a conversation with him that actually didn't go too bad the other day when I was leaving. We were talking about college, but
Yeah, Cody has
whenever I was like actually, having to talk to Cody every day, he was like one of the most, annoying people I've ever met in my entire life. He legit go on like every couple of days, like about how, man, I get so much satisfaction on making him feel comfortable. Like, man, thanks, dude.
Sounds
You're
like
so
Cody.
nice, Yeah, it's Cody. But and then of course Michael's just it's probably the stupidest person I know.
What a fucking loser name. Anyhow.
And then I mean Max still chill.
Yeah.
And then the dude Oscar, Jesus Christ, man, that legit like half the conversation we had was like, dude, you got that paper that we did? Like, and he tries to like, I don't know, he's trying to relate or something with my car stuff. So he's just like, bro, I'm gonna buy Supra.
Yeah.
And like, dude, I'm gonna buy Supra. You see that new 2020 Supra, bro? You like Supra? It's like, no, I like the Corvette. And he's like, well, I'm gonna get Supra. It's like, yeah, okay, go ahead.
That's how I feel when I
ran about this thing that's like, I'm gonna buy a 350Z, and he went on with that for like last year, and he finally got to the point where he was actually gonna go check out 350Z, and then his mom told him no, and I don't know. It's whatever. I don't care.
And then he got a Prius, and then
But he legit he'll go on like, because I told you that I sit in my third period or my headphone in all period.
Yeah.
And this dude sits right next to me, so like every day we're in that class, he'll either like kick my leg or grab my arm or something. Like, whenever the class, like first couple weeks, he was like, "Bro, why don't you talk to me, dude? Like, why you sit there all period?" It's like, I don't like you, and the sins of my past sit right behind me. I ain't trying to communicate right now. So
you sounded like a Christian there. I'm sorry.
the sins of my past. That's a long story that I'm never telling on this podcast. I'll tell you that right now. But
we'll do it tomorrow. Just not. I'm about to fall asleep.
Well, Logan's about.
I literally woke up from a nap.
Unless you want to do a podcast after work tomorrow, Logan. I don't think you would.
I mean, at like 12. No, I'm good. I got school.
Maybe next Saturday.
Or like, yeah. Thursday.
Saturday or Thursday. Well, no, because Thursday we can't stay up until like 3.
Yeah, but we can still like record a podcast. Like,
yeah, we did.
Yeah, you guys can record a podcast. I get to sit on my phone and listen with my headphones.
I was at Fake Friends, yeah. But let me see what else. I got like a bunch of other people that I know that just like in school, like it's like, all right, hey, how's it going? And then out. Which, I mean, that's how it is. But you'd think there'd be more people,
Yeah, most people just don't talk to their friends after school ends.
Yeah.
Like, I'm home.
I guess it's like a high school thing, because I think in college people are receptive to like.
No, you're actually wrong about that.
Yeah.
If they go to the same class, I have seen more people hang out.
You'll go to college and there's more people like willing to hang out more, because people are like trying to figure out their friends for life,
Yeah.
In high school, it's just kind of like whatever,
God knows.
At least that's what I hear from most people. But
I'm stuck with you guys for the rest of my life. I'm gonna shoot myself.
We'll move in together. It'll be great.
No. You guys are gonna want a pet or something. I'm gonna want to kill it.
No,
it's not gonna work out.
We're gonna get a cat, dude.
I'm gonna want to throw it across the room when I'm streaming. Fuck off.
No, but I don't know. It's odd. And then I got my fake friends. They just like me for answers.
Logan's gonna be that one person that's gonna try to get a horse but ends up killing it within a day.
Dedboi.
What the fuck?
Anyway, I got like my people that are like, we're still good friends, but yeah, we just don't do anything. It's kind of like my more acquaintance people.
Yeah.
And then I got
like
you guys.
Leo.
Well, nah, Leo's like, I've known the dude since kindergarten. There's no way he's not my best friend. Not dissing you, Logan, but
Yeah, no. You're.
He starts voting for Hillary. You're like, oh, I'm not your friend.
I've just known Leo since kindergarten, and like he's been there.
Oh my god, I haven't talked to one of my friends in kindergarten.
Like I said, I hit the dude with a rock in 3rd grade. And he's still...
Why? What?
Oh, you weren't here for that.
We'll do it tomorrow, but
just
annoying
listen to the podcast when it goes
you'll
up.
hear it on the podcast.
Yeah, whenever it comes
Cool.
out, you can watch this. But
whenever
yeah.
Logan uploads.
I mean, and the dude's still like, he's still there, you know.
Yeah.
But
did I ever tell you guys the story of how I got hit with a 4x4?
We can definitely tell this next podcast because we need to.
Yay! My head hurts.
Yeah, no, it's the thing where we're at the end of high school, and I'm realizing all the stuff that I did. I'm socially depressed, if that's what you'd call it.
Oh, just go out with your go hang out with Logan to a movie once in a blue moon,
Go
and
hang
you'll
out
be
with your.
much more happy.
Go hang out with.
Go hang out with your boyfriend.
That's the problem.
Unlike me, I don't have any friends who are nearby. They're all in Shoreline, which is
legit. Anytime I reference
20 miles
it's
away.
like these are my boys right here. You know, this group right here who I'm on my server, they're here constantly. That's my boys. You know.
Do you know what we should do?
I am not your homosexual lover. Just letting you know.
We should find like a day or like an event to where like we can all go. Like we should plan it like super early.
Well, I don't know if I could go like I wouldn't be able to like cross country, but
What? Oh no, wait. Yeah.
Just go to like
go cross country, especially not.
Yeah, just go to like an event.
But, yeah.
And all hang out, meet each other.
Well, no, I was gonna say y'all would not want to do it. That's the only problem that I have.
I mean, the only thing you guys having coming up is a Smash Bros tournament that I saw for
I was
Melee.
gonna say because we have our monthly cars and coffee, but y'all would not want to go to that.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking boring.
There...
I look at cars all the time. It's just so goddamn annoying.
Nah, it's like they got like the one near us. You'd think it'd be boring, but nah, they got straight up hypercars that come there.
No, I know those cars are cool, but when you're in a city constantly and you see those cars constantly, it's just kind of.
Well, you don't see them around here. That's the thing. Yeah, like I know in Seattle, y'all have seen like Porsches going down the street every day, but I sit here and I still flip out over seeing like Maserati. You know, I still flip out over seeing Mustang. That's me.
We still flip out seeing old Volkswagens.
Like I swear, the only thing that like that's my main enthusiastic thing right now. Like if I see a Mustang, it's like, bro, that's a Mustang.
But that a car in the horse.
I don't know. Y'all wouldn't want to go to Cars and Coffee though. I mean, they're like doing pulls in the streets. You know, everybody leaving. You know, y'all.
Wait, stripper pulls? Can we go?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we should end the podcast.
Yeah.
And on that note.
This is where we're gonna end it, boys.
All right. Well, that was an interesting 2-hour conversation about just a random bunch of bullshit.
We just crossed over 2 hours.
Last note, go hang out with your friends if you have any. You
well, I mean,
fucking
that's
losers.
the issue. Last time we went and hung out, pretty much depressed the entire.
Yeah, that was such
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the one
person listening. I don't know if it was just because we went to main event again. I thought it'd be more.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was because. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're all bummed out about going back to school.
Yeah, that might have been it too.
That might have been it. It was really depressing.
The last two raw, and all of a sudden Leo couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let this be a lesson.
I basically just went because I wanted y'all to like have fun. But...
Yeah. Let this be a lesson. Enjoy your friends while it lasts.
Yeah, please do. Oh,
right.
And by the way, make sure to smash that like button. Hit that notification bell.
Nathan, I'm gonna kill you in Rust.
By the way,
a few
hit that
words
subscribe button like a 4x4. Okay, hit smash that.
Oh my fucking god, that reminds me.
By the way,
all right, yeah.
Stream,
Good night.
This
good night.
This podcast is sponsored by HelloFresh.